HipHopGamer, Hot 97, Logitech G, Ford models, Ultimate Gamer, T-Pain, Nappy Boy Gaming, NBA 2K League. What up, what up, what up? So look, you see the title. Let's get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if everything, if I sound good, if I sound clear, so we could get up in this, you know what I'm saying? But the title, Microsoft Bethesda may have created a new, interesting way of handling the business of gaming in a way where they could potentially win against PlayStation. Check this out. I'm breaking everything down and I got some information. Obviously, I had to wait. When the news came out, everybody all crazy. I was crazy too. But, you got to wait. You know what I'm saying? You got to be patient because there's always some extra information that you may or may not know. So you can't just jump off the initial reaction. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get into it. So first off, before we start, I want to give a shout out to Eddie in the building. What's up, Eddie? Nick Tunes, what's going on? Demetrius, we sound good, no doubt. Jermaine, what up? Sinclair, what up? All right, cool. Gave my shout outs. Now let's get the business. You know what I'm saying? So look, the first thing I want to tell y'all is this. With the Microsoft and Bethesda deal, this deal is specifically designed to generate revenue in a different way with the Xbox business model. Period. So let's get into it. PlayStation beat Microsoft every single generation that Xbox came out. So Xbox started in 2001. It's 2020 right now. So when you talk about hardware sales and software sales, PlayStation always beat Microsoft, right? In the OG Xbox, with the Xbox 360, with the Xbox One, 3 generations straight, PlayStation always beat them. This is Xbox 4th generation. There's a reason why they're going about things very different, right? Second thing, right? Software and services is where you make the most money. Now, I'm talking about in the industry. We're going to get into everything. Software and services is where you make the most money in the industry, okay? Now, let's move on. First-party titles is how they make the most money. So I'll give you an example. When Sony sells first-party titles, they get a higher percentage because it's first-party. I believe the percentage, is 30% that they may get. And if it's a third-party title being sold on a platform that's it's a multi-platform title, so it's not like it's a first-party title that Sony owns. So when a third-party title is sold, even on Sony's machine or whatever, they get a lesser percentage. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay. Now, digital makes the most money over disc. Obviously, that's what the issue was with GameStop, because GameStop 70% of their business model would go is what made GameStop so successful with the used game sales and stuff like that. The companies, the developers, they didn't see money twice, 3, 4 times over. Once a sale is done, that's it. But GameStop could always resell and reuse, and that's where they made their bread and butter. And the companies that made the games didn't get any of that money. So when it comes to digital, they always make money over disc. Why you think, obviously, there's a digital edition of the PlayStation 5? Because their goal is to make sure everything goes digital. There's a lot of games that you're going to see digitally that come with special benefits and special unlockables, whereas the games that you buy physically on disc won't have those things. Same game, but they won't have those things because the whole goal is to get the industry to go digital because it's better for the industry on the back end. Do y'all follow me so far? Do y'all follow me? Okay. Another thing that Microsoft is focused on is how long people are playing games on their platform. I'll give you an example. Ubisoft with The Division, right? They came out with an infographic showing the billions of hours that was logged in. Call of Duty did this, so many other companies doing this. Why? Because there's not only shareholders and investors, but there's a lot of money, there's a lot of ad revenue, there's a lot of new revenue being generated simply because of how long and how many people are just playing the game. Not even buying it, just playing the game generates value in the form of revenue in a different way now. Okay? So now that's something Microsoft is focused on. This is the conversation that I had with Michael Pachter before, because he was telling me also that when people are playing the games, the more that they play generates revenue on the back end now as well. So now the amount of users that are subscribed. We all know Xbox hit 15 mil with Xbox Game Pass. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to continue to grow that. But that plays a major role too because of the residual value that has. Now, traditional sales versus, traditional sales via ownership. So traditionally, if you like sell a game, like how Sony does, they own Sony Santa Monica. So when you sell God of War, you're going to get a lot of money, and you're going to make a lot more money because it's a title that Sony in-house publishes and stuff like that. So that's the traditional way of just doing it, and that's the traditional way that PlayStation is going about it in terms of how they measure value in this console war, right? Now let's move on. Microsoft wants to make money off of everyone. And that right there is how they are planning to win the war. By providing the most value you could get using their system, but the deal with Bethesda will allow them to make money no matter where those games go. Period. That is the goal. That is it. That is the whole point of this video, is to make you understand that Microsoft as a company is focused on how we can make money everywhere on every platform, which eliminates the need for them to focus on I sold more than you did or whatever. It doesn't matter, because if I own companies that all these games live on, I make money anyway. So I need you to be successful too, because the more successful you are, the more successful I am. And that is the new game. That is the new business model. That is the new war that Microsoft is focused on. And at the moment, they are ahead in that space in terms of that mindset of longevity when it comes to this new biz model that they're focused on. Now, to prove my point on this even more, Microsoft, I forgot what year it was. I wish I knew off the top of my head. But Microsoft almost got rid of the Xbox brand. Xbox was almost done. Gone. That's it. Because it only represented, I think, 13% or less of their business. So it was something that they can kind of like cut off the fat. You know what I'm saying? There was something that they can let go and focus on other things and grow other things. But obviously, internally, they found a new way to be valuable. And the reason why Microsoft is going in this direction is because of Google and Amazon. Shout out to Amazon for what they talked about today too with the new Luna. We'll talk about that another time. But Google and Amazon is the reason for this change. Cloud gaming and all of that. It's a whole new business model. It's not the traditional way anymore. Wow. My bad, y'all. I'm getting phone calls during the thing. I'm sorry about that. So here's the deal. I'm going to go forward and tell you a quote. And this quote comes directly from Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. He says, our partnership, and what he means by this is the partnership with Sony that they have. Our partnership brings the power of Azure and Azure AI to Sony to deliver new gaming and entertainment experiences for customers. Microsoft's main goal is to figure out what can we do to make money off of everybody. And our main competitor in doing this is Google and Amazon, not Sony. That's the revelation of all this. Now we got more stuff to talk about that I want to reveal to y'all. Now, based off everything I just said, before I move on to my second portion of this video, what are your thoughts on the things I just said? Do y'all have any questions? Let's go. Shout out to Double. Sony don't need to buy anyone. They are in the driver's seat. You're right. Sony don't need to buy a studio or stuff like that. They don't need to. Big Cloud Gaming in the building. What's going on? Iman Rich. What's up, Rich? What's up, Luke? Big Cloud, see if you can comment on the video. That a lot of everything is coming in. I'm so sorry. What's up, Mutilix? Damn, I hope the gaming sphere doesn't turn into video streaming wars with Nif. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of things that's changing. Yo, Sim, what's up, Sim? My dude, what's going on, baby? Montaker, do you expect Microsoft to keep the games on every platform? Yes. Now, I'm glad you said that. Now we are moving into the next phase of this particular video. Let me know if y'all enjoying this video, if I'm giving y'all good information that y'all knew or didn't know before, or if I'm explaining it in a way where you understand better. You already know what it is. I want to make sure y'all are real clear on what's actually happening. So here's the next thing I want to share with y'all, right? So this right here, I also got help from someone that put me on to the whole idea of the deal with Bethesda as well, right? So check this out. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Pete Hines. That's my dude. Salute. Now, here's what I want to tell you. Bethesda games will still be on PlayStation 5. Those games, Starfield, everything is still coming to PlayStation 5. Okay? Everything is still coming to PlayStation 5. I know there's a lot of fanboys on the Xbox side and fanboy. Like, look, I'm just telling y'all what it is. Those games are still coming to PlayStation 5. Now, I know there was a quote, I think Ty Howard was saying on a case-by-case basis and this and that, this and that. Those games is coming. Period. I'm telling you, those games are coming, okay? But here's the reason. Microsoft makes money there. It helps them. See, what you have to understand is that Microsoft owns ZeniMax, but Bethesda is still the publisher of the games. So I'll give you an example of what I mean. Everybody right now, if you want to, go to type in Hellblade 2 in Google search right now. Type in Hellblade 2 and like Hellblade 2 wiki. Like, you know, like the Wikipedia page, Hellblade 2 wiki. Type that in. And you're going to look. And what it's going to say is that, yeah, the game is developed by Ninja Theory. But who's the publisher? Xbox Game Studios. You're going to see that a lot from other games, right? But when you look at the Bethesda games and the new games that's coming out, even the new games that's listed to come out later, the publisher is who? Bethesda, not Xbox Game Studios. There's a reason for that. The reason is Bethesda get a chance to still have control over where their games go because they know there's value in all the platforms. Microsoft get to make money on the back end. And I'm talking about Microsoft. I ain't talking about Xbox, the division. I'm not talking about Xbox, the division. I'm talking about Microsoft as a whole, as a corporation, gets to make more money now off of this particular deal. So when the game come out on Xbox Game Pass and you don't have to spend $70 on each game, it's a win for Microsoft. Because you can just get the game via the subscription. Or if you're a PlayStation fanboy and you don't want no Xbox and you're willing to spend $70 on each Bethesda game individually, great. Microsoft still makes money off that deal. And you can't ignore the fact that PlayStation is the biggest gaming platform, the biggest gaming brand in value. You cannot ignore over 100 million sold numerous times on their platform. Period. So the point I'm trying to make is that this deal right here is to make Microsoft more valuable on the back end so they could generate more revenue than their competitors, because their competitor directly now, when it comes to this space, is Google and Amazon. Period. Now, technically, obviously, PlayStation is still their competitor too. But their focus on why they're doing this move is to be competitive against Google and Amazon. They have a console out there already, so if you want that, you can get it. That's the competitive nature with the PlayStation and Xbox. We get it. But there's a whole new game that's being played. There's a whole new business that's being moved behind the scenes. And Microsoft is eating. Period. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to share that with y'all as well. Now, here's something else that I want to tell y'all, right? This particular deal, it doesn't change the fact that you still don't need an Xbox. So Microsoft is not trying to force you to do anything. They just trying to give you as many options as possible to get what you want, to play what you want, the way you want, as long as they get money from it. That's it. I would say it again. This deal don't change the fact that you still don't need an Xbox to play Bethesda's games. I can play them on PC or PlayStation, whatever. You can go to PlayStation now, right now, and still play Dishonored and Fallout 3 and all this other stuff. It doesn't change that. All it does is give Microsoft more power with a powerful company to build up their Game Pass and to make money on other platforms beyond just their own. That is it. That is the secret sauce to the next generation battle. The next generation is going. I'm going to prove my point. If you look at the Nintendo Wii, right? The Nintendo Wii itself sold many systems. And Wii Sports was that game. And Mario and stuff like that. Nintendo Wii didn't have a lot of games that sold a lot when it came to third party. It was mainly first party and the system with the Wii Sports stuff. And their software sales still beat Xbox software sales in that era. And I believe their software sales beat PlayStation's in that era. That's crazy. So the point I'm trying to say is that the market, the game, is about how much software you can sell and generate revenue on. That's why hardware, for the most part, is always sold at a loss, because they can recoup that later and they can recoup that off software and services. So the reason why this Microsoft deal is so huge is because, and they're gonna get more studios. Like, don't get it twisted. They're gonna get more studios. You want to know why? Because the studios that's being purchased by Microsoft now has more they have more capital to work with to make everything that they do that much better without losing the ability to have their game on all the platforms that they want their game on for maximum exposure and sales and availability. It is literally the best of both worlds, and that's what Microsoft is trying to do. Microsoft is on the road to a monopoly. Period. Think about it. Google and Amazon don't have exclusive titles. Everything they got, you can get elsewhere. Period. Yo, I'm telling y'all, it's different. Microsoft is playing different because remember, Microsoft lost in every other way. So the only other way they can try to find a win is to utilize their power and influence, their power in their bank account, and their power and value to the end user that can't afford to buy in like the normal hardcore user can. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now that I said all of that, before we move on to the next part of this discussion, I want to talk to the audience. So shout out to your Iman Rich, was going on. Sherm City, Luke Roberts, Wary, was going on. Monopoly said, how is that good for gaming? Exactly. It's good for Microsoft. I'm not saying that it's good for gaming. It's good for Microsoft. But the way that it does work for a gamer's favor is Xbox Game Pass becomes more valuable by the moves that Microsoft is making. And that is the game changer. Because if you got 8 games that I want instead of me spending $70 on each game, I can just pay like $15 a month and get everything. And it doesn't leave the Xbox Game Pass, it stays there. That's value. And that's how gamers win on that end. You understand what I'm saying? But you gotta buy in to the Xbox ecosystem in order to do that. Now, there's things I gotta tell y'all about PlayStation later on in this video, but right now, let me finish talking to y'all. DNX, what's going on? If I'm Microsoft, I make all these games exclusives. No, DX, if you make these games exclusive, you lose money. You lose money making them exclusive. Like, you thinking about it from a fanboy war standpoint. Microsoft don't care about no fanboy war. They want the most money. Because them having the most money will leverage the gaming business model to do other things and to grow their cloud and to grow their Azure and to grow other parts of their business. You got to understand how this works. And you got to understand that Microsoft wants to create a case study. They're going to utilize ZeniMax as a testimony to why other companies should be open to Microsoft buying them. Y'all gotta wake up, yo. It's different over here. Like, Microsoft has a different focus. And they got the money to do it. They got the systems. Listen, Microsoft got the platform in terms of a console. They have the xCloud. They have their cloud service, Azure. Like, they have all of PC, because everything runs on Windows. Like, look at what Microsoft is doing. They are putting themselves in a position to truly be dominant in a scary way. It's going to be, yo, I'm telling you, Microsoft is no joke right now. So, yeah, so I appreciate y'all. Now let's move on to the next segment. So, Sony having games come to PC has shown tremendous value for them. But their business model is still traditional. So you're not going to see like the day and date stuff like you see with Xbox Game Pass. That's not PlayStation's business model. Their business model is still more traditional, like how the traditional console wars are. So they got to focus on game sales and stuff like that. You understand? Exclusives, etc., etc. But the fact that Sony has games coming to PC, you know, even if it's a year later or 2 years later or whatever, that right there should tell you something that's coming. And what's the next thing that's coming, it deals with PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now being unified as one subscription service. And we've seen a hint of this with the PS Plus collection. This is, yo, it's heating up, yo. I'm telling you. It's crazy. So Sony sees it too. That's why they partnered with Microsoft, because Google and Amazon is a whole nother beast. And their stuff ain't perfected yet. But you don't want to start when it's too late. You want to get in on it now. So that's why I'm telling y'all, the PlayStation Now that you know of today is not the PlayStation Now you're going to see on PlayStation 5. Everything is different. Everything is changed. The operating system, everything is 100% changed. Everything is integrated in a completely different way. New features, new functions, new everything. I can't wait. Sony taking too long now. I can't wait for y'all to see the stuff that's happening right now. It's crazy. Crazy. So now, the next thing I want to say is this. And this is kind of a question to y'all too. Which strategy will be more effective in the long run? Now, Sony will win in sales overall and brand value. PlayStation's number one. They dominate that. But Microsoft can win on the back end of having the most revenue generated. And PS Now, like I said before, is more important than we think, because the new PS Now is going to prove that. Now let's break it down. When PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus like unify, and that happens, that's going to be a trump card for PlayStation. The reason why is because currently PlayStation has over 40 million PS Plus users. That 40 million instantly becomes PlayStation Now users, which will allow them to have the upper hand over Xbox Game Pass in terms of the subscriber base, the usership. And they got way more games, 800 plus. And just let you know, there's way more games than that. Way more games than that. I'm talking about catalogs, system-wide catalogs that's going to go through the cloud. So, just to pretty much wrap this video up, the main thing that I want y'all to get from this video is that Microsoft, their focus is on making money off of everybody, and going this route will allow them to do that. They will grow more, and they will win a whole different type of war and a whole different type of battle by doing so. Second, Sony don't need to buy another studio and do this to compete with them. Nah, they don't need to do that. Sony's trump card is merging PS Now and PlayStation Plus together as one, and continuously building up their exclusives in terms of their own studios, and securing more titles from other studios as well. That's their game plan, because they got to make sure that system sell and their game sell. You understand? Because they're not doing the day and date thing. All right? So here's the deal. To wrap this up, Microsoft and Bethesda deal is incredible for Microsoft and gamers because of the ease of like breaking the barrier to get into the games easier. That's how it helps gamers. How it helps Microsoft, they make money off of everybody. Period. All right? That's how that works. The publisher, Bethesda, is still the publisher. So these games will be on all the platforms. Period. So that's happening. Okay? So I just wanted to give y'all all the information, all the background stuff, and all that other stuff and everything like that. And just to end it off, because I know a lot of people was hitting me up about oh, yo, Jim Ryan said there's no backwards compatibility with PS1, PS2, PS3. You lied, or your friend said this or whatever. I'm gonna just say this, and then you gotta wait for another video. And like I said, I'm targeting September 30th for that, because I got something to show y'all that was shown to me. So I'm gonna bring you two scenarios. There was a point in time where Shuhei Yoshida said that they couldn't do certain things, right? When it came to backwards compatibility, he was like, nope, not happening. And then next thing you know, you was able to download PS2 games, play PS2 games via backwards compatibility. But he had said no, that wouldn't happen. But it wound up happening, right? We all know what PS Now is and does, right? Jim Ryan said that there was no compatibility with PS1, PS2, and PS3, right? But Sony and Jim Ryan confirmed that PS Now will be coming to PS5. They doubled down on it, invested even more on it, and it's a part of their core plans for years to come. So which one is it? Stay tuned, and I'm going to let you in on a lot of stuff. So get ready, because I know what I'm talking about, and y'all will see soon. I'm going to show y'all everything. And another thing before I go, a lot of what I'm going to tell y'all is hidden in plain sight. So you might want to watch that PlayStation Future of Game show again. The first one that they did June 11th. You might want to watch that again. And then you'll see what I'm talking about if you pick up on it. Other than that, stay tuned. So, one love and God bless. I appreciate y'all as always. Shout out to Iman, Rich. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Rinku. Anthony, Javon. Much love to all of y'all. So on that note, we out of here. One love and God bless. HipHopGamer, Logitech G on your Hot 97 every day. That's my word. and we out of here. Peace.